girls, today we're going to be making pet puppets, and the first thing you need to do is get some supplies together. We're going to be using markers, tape, glue, scissors, and some paper. We're going to take our paper, and we need a rectangular piece of paper, and we're going to be folding it so that each long side is folded into the center. They can overlap if you'd like. And what we're going to do is make sure that it opens and closes like two doors. If it opens and closes like two doors, that means that you are ready for the next step. So then you're going to take the whole thing and turn it over, and we're going to fold it in half from top to bottom to make it like shorter than it is. And I like to take my fingers and kind of wiggle them around in there to get the bottom part nice and creased. The next thing we're going to do is take the top flap and fold it down to the bottom line. So I'm going to do this a little slower so you can see it. I'm just taking the top flap, folding it all the way down to the bottom, and running my fingers across it. And then I'm going to take the whole thing, turn it over, and do it again. I'm going to flip it over, take the top flap, and fold it down to the bottom, and then crease it right there. When you're done, it should look like an M. If it doesn't look like an M, go back and check your steps. The next thing we're going to be doing is taking all of the bottom part of the M and pushing it together, and we're going to need a piece of tape for this. We're going to pinch that all together, but you're going to take the two outside layers of paper and sort of leave those separate, pinch the middle part together, and then we're going to put a piece of tape inside there to hold the middle part together. So we're kind of making two pockets with paper, so the middle part is all together and then the outside two pieces are separate. And that's where you're going to be able to put your hand inside and use it as a puppet. The next thing we're going to do is draw the inside of the mouth. So in my example, I'm drawing a tongue, and I'm also going to draw the back of the throat. But you can draw the inside of your mouth however you like. You'll find the inside of the mouth by putting the puppet on your hand and opening it up like it's talking, and then you'll be able to see right away where the inside is. So just keep working on that and get the inside of the mouth exactly how you want it. You can add teeth if you want. It's really up to you. The next thing we're going to be doing is making the face of your pet. So thinking about eyes, nose, ears, anything like that. That's what we're going to do next. We're going to get another piece of paper and draw some geometric shapes. Geometric shapes are shapes we would see in math class like circles, squares, triangles, ovals, rhombuses, any of those shapes that you learn about when you're at school and you're talking about math usually. So for me, I'm just going to draw some shapes, and then I've decided I'm going to make the circles into my eyes. So I'm using some markers to color my eyes. I'm going to make the oval into my nose. I'm making a puppy, a white and orange puppy. And so I'm going to color in all the pieces that I would want to use. So I'm thinking those big triangles are going to be my ears and the little ones will be my teeth. So you're going to do your drawing and your coloring next, and then you're going to cut out your shapes that you chose to use. Since my puppy has some spots, I'm just going to color those on right away as well. So now I'm going to be cutting those shapes out. In just a moment, I'm going to show you how to make something called a paper tab. A paper tab is when, if you would like to have something standing up on your puppet, then you would want to fold the bottom of your piece of paper over a little bit. So when you put the glue on, there's a place for your glue to go, and then it'll stand up. So when we say paper tab, that's what we're talking about. And so after I get all my shapes cut out, I'm going to need a bottle of glue. Just like always, when we're gluing paper, the less glue you use, the better it works. So you really want to get really good at only using a tiny itty bitty bit of glue. So now I have my glue bottle. I'm opening up the orange top part. And this is where I'm going to kind of decide how I want things to look. And we're going to fold the parts that you'd like to stick up. We're going to fold the bottom over to make a little extra ledge there. So you can see how I'm folding that over and it makes a little extra piece. And I'm going to do that on both my ears. I've also decided I'm going to make tabs on my eyes and my teeth. Now, if you don't want to make tabs, you don't have to. If you would like to finish your puppet a different way, that's fine. but tabs are a really great tool for you to use. So you'll notice that I put the glue on the bottom of that little tab. Now I'm sticking it on the back of my puppet where my hand goes in for my ears. So you can see again, there's my tab. I'm putting a tiny bit of glue on the tab all the way across, just the smallest amount I can. And then I'm going to stick it on the back part of my puppet for my ears because I want the ears to be pretty close to the back. Then I'm going to do the same thing to my eyes. I'm also using tabs on my teeth, but my nose, I'm not really going to use tabs for my nose. I'm just going to glue it on flat. After you're done gluing, you're going to let it all dry before you use it, and once it's dry, you can play with it and clean up your art supplies. Thanks for following along, everybody.